Alright. Fish on, fish on, fish off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! Alright, so today I'm fishing for perch, but notable difference is I'm fishing blind. I got out here, went to set my flasher up and plug it in, and the wires came separated, and I don't have the stuff to reconnect that out here, so I'm missing a fish blind. I'm using a on my wind jigger, I'm using a Lindy perch talker baited with red regulars, or trout worms as they're sometimes called, red worms. And on my light I'm using a jig head, 1/16 ounce jig head, and a minnow head. But seeing as the conditions are similar to what we had here the other day, and why not, I'm actually going to throw on a plastic, because why not? Actually, you know what? Let's see what I have for plastics. Let's go with Fire Tiger and see what happens. Just why not? They're a bit big for this jig head, but oh well. Worst that happens, I gotta go out and get a smaller plastic. Last I checked, that's not the end of the world. Oh, and that camera is definitely faced away from it. So, use this all warped jig head. So, it's been a while since I fished blind, but there's that noise. For sure crack. So, haven't gotten anything yet. Snowmobiles keep coming through at insane speeds. So I'm gonna actually change tactics, I think, and dead stick the light rod and actively jig the jig. So I'm going to put a I'm going to downsize this here. Move to a 1/32 ounce. Big head. Lord help me that big pike doesn't take it. And I'm going to go with an orange. See, the hooks are debarbed. Alright. And I'm going to use just a dead stick. Red regular, which I buried in my compost bin. I use them to compost. Those are extremely loud. I'm gonna use those dead worms there to jig or to chum a little bit. A little bit of chum in the water never hurts. Only do that where legal, although as far as I know, disposing of dead bait is in your hole or off your boat or off your dock or pier or wherever you're fishing is legal, but check your local regulations. I don't want to be responsible for somebody doing something stupid and ending up in trouble, fines, or jail time or whatever. So chumming is legal here. As long as there's no municipal regulations against it. Holy hell, a clinch knot is literally the easiest knot to tie. What's going on? The time it took to tie that, you think I was trying to tie it aesthetically perfect. Calamar or something, I don't know. And it takes a couple of minutes to tie. Alright, I'm just going to dead stick this guy. his depth. Anyways, everybody hasn't seen the Wendy perch talker rig. It is just this thing here, ow. And it's got brass and glass beads on there that clack together underwater to call in perch. I'm gonna actively jig this. I think it's defrosted enough in here to shut the heat off. I just don't like my holes being too iced up, but I also don't want it ungodly icy in here, you know. Or ungodly hot in here. Anyways, I will be back. Go play with the fish. Okay, so the perch don't seem to be in too much of a mood to bite, so I'm going to get a steel leader out. I can figure out where I put them. There's the pike. Is that steel? That's steel. Yep, that's steel. There's usually a pike that's willing to eat. I'm not gonna fish too late tonight because I gotta go fix that flasher because I am having an early morning trip tomorrow to go fish on Lake Winnipeg. Oh god, do I not have any shorter steel leaders? Or do I just have ungodly long 6 inch, okay. I'm not going after trophy pike that frequent here. I don't need the 24-inch long leader. 6 inch will do me just fine. Inch will do me just fine. Alright. I got a 6 inch steel leader. Since I'm specifically targeting pike now with that rod. The other rod I'm still dead sticking for perch. Because a lot of lakes you can hang a tip up with a smelt or a mackerel or Cisco and find pike. Here, not so much. Here I found the best way to get pike is by actively jigging for pike. Which is way more fun. But tip-ups definitely have their very valuable place. Perch will take tip-ups here. So a lot of lakes I go to, if you can locate key pike territory, set your tip up for pike. You figure out your 50-meter perimeter and you start drilling your holes and fishing around that perimeter. Here. That doesn't work as well. Not a whole lot of light penetration. See, because it's overcast, so even though it's daylight, I'm going to charge up the UV on this. And I'm going to put a bit of chartreuse bait fish oil on that minnow. And let that soak in while I do that. Got some exciting videos planned on the Red River soon. Involving catfish through the ice potentially. And possibly even carp through the ice.
if I can get a pike here in a second.
Alright, fish on, fish on, fish off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! That's a northern. That is a northern. Look at that coloration. How long is she? How long? Two feet. Two feet. All right, let's get her back down the hole. All right. Whew. So what ended up being the winning video for that pike, or not video, winning lure for that pike was a blade bait. In my opinion, one of the most overlooked baits of all time. It got me a 2-foot pike. It's my biggest pike of the ice season so far. Ah, pike slime. Well, looks like it's shaping up to be a one fish day, but that fish was a pretty impressive pike for this water. So I think I'm going to talk a little bit about the blade bait, which I feel is kind of underappreciated for what it is. So, the blade bait is precisely what the name implies. It is a heavy blade of metal that is it's like that. It's a heavy blade of metal. It acts somewhere between a jig and a crankbait, and it can be fished open water, jig it, cast it, rip it, It can be used hard water, obviously. So for hard water jigging with that, you're going to make sure my drag's loose enough in case the pike does take it. Take and drop that down your hole. Don't miss your hole. Drop that down your hole. Normally I would have the flasher going, but I don't. Close your bail. Always hand close your bail. And rip that. You should be able to hear and feel the vibrations. And they're highly versatile. You can get them in varying sizes. This is fairly large. I don't know exactly what weight it is. I'd say probably half an ounce, half an ounce from the way my rod's bending. And they usually have variable holes for attaching it, where you need to use a snap, but you can yeah, that just fouled itself. But with those snaps you can yep, fouled. You can well, I'll show you when I take this off. So they do require snaps to close, or to secure to your line, but you have, say, those 3 holes there, right? Center hole hangs vertically in the water. Front hole lets it hang back a little bit. The back hole, being the most extreme, sets it so that its hanging drops quite rapidly. So that's more for jigging, so you let it, and what they do is they vibrate extremely violently in the water. So that's actually a bait I feel is quite overlooked, but very effective in a lot of situations. Anyhow, that's about it for the day. I'm gonna pack her up and head her out because I got an early start tomorrow and I gotta go fix my flasher.